questions. Later on, when we finish discussing the several acts, we are going to have a general discussion of the play. But first of all, we have to understand what is going on in each act. Okay? So let's see. If I ask, I want volunteers, otherwise I'm going to choose compulsory, okay? Volunteers. So let's say, what specific facts about witches can be gathered from the first scene? So open your books and try to tell us what characterizes the witches in Macbeth, isn't it? It's the first time we see them. Who would like to comment on the witches? First thing, how many witches do we have? Three witches. How would you describe them? Let's suppose you are Macbeth and his companion and you come across those very weird, very strange beings. Dia, how would you describe them according to the play? Very good, very good. It's not easy to distinguish their sex, isn't it? Why? Read. What is the description that is offered to us? Oh, let's see.
What are these? What are these?
Oh, look at that. She found the passage. Read the passage.
What are these so withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of earth and yet are on it? Live you, or are you of that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her talking finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
What is the male characteristic of the witches that otherwise would look like women? They have beards, isn't it? And they are very, very strange, isn't it? There is an inquisition. Who are you who look as if you were supernatural beings, isn't it? But, on the other hand, you are here, isn't it? On top of the surface of earth, isn't it? Who are you who look like women but have beards, isn't it? They are very, very strange and sex-defying, sex-challenging beings, isn't it? Go on. Any other thing? That would not. And also you mentioned something that is very important. What did the three of them do as a gesture? They indicated that they wanted who to be silent. And who meets the witches? Banquo. Very good. Now we come to this meeting that is very important. Remember when we discussed the structure of the play? What should happen at the beginning of the play? Huh? The storm. The storm is an indication of something. But what is really going on in Scotland that we learned from Whispers? A war, isn't it? Okay? A war among the Scottish people, isn't it? It's not a war against an external enemy. So the Scottish people are fighting among themselves. And who are Macbeth and Banquo in this play? Are they princes?
No.
No. What are they? They are soldiers. And what is their title? They are generals, isn't it? Okay? Who is the King of Scotland? Duncan. Very good, Duncan. Very good. So Duncan is the king. Macbeth and Banquo are noble generals, isn't it, in the Scottish army. And returning from a battle, they meet in a very deserted, lonely place, the heath, isn't it? Charneca. They meet the three witches. Weird beings that cannot be characterized as men or women, isn't it? Okay? That look supernatural and who speak to them, isn't it? Okay? Now, if I asked you what two battles are lost and won early in the play and by whom? Look at the text. What are the battles that are lost and won?
One against McDowell.
Very good,
And
McDowell.
also the other against the
Norwegian king. Very good, very good. So you have to have this basic information to understand the play. So when I asked you about the structure of a play, I was calling your attention to the rising action of a play. And what normally happens at the beginning of these plays is that we are informed about the situation in a specific play. If we have Hamlet, we know that there is something wrong, no? The very famous line, there is something rotten in the state of Denmark. We know that the situation is not okay in Denmark. In Scotland, in Macbeth, the situation is not at all okay. There is battle going on, internal fighting and a fight against an external enemy, the Norwegian king, isn't it? Okay? So we have from the very beginning this situation of conflict, of instability, battles representing this kind of situation. Okay? Macbeth and Banquo, they appear blooded by the battle, so they took place in the battle, isn't it? And when we meet them, the witches are going to do what? They are going to make, when they talk to Macbeth, what they do? They make prophecies, very good, or predictions, isn't it? Prophecies or predictions. How many prophecies are addressed to Macbeth? Three. First one.
Each for one week.
Very good. How do they hail? How do they greet Macbeth?
As Lord of Calder.
Very good. But first of all, before Calder, hail, Thane of Glamis. Hail, Thane of Calder. Hail, Macbeth, King hereafter. Isn't it? Okay? So these are the three predictions, the three prophecies with which the witches hail Macbeth, isn't it?